Hello and welcome to episode 3 of our podcast. We've had a bit of a mare this morning. The headphones wouldn't work, and then I couldn't turn the PC
We decided
on.
that it'd be a good idea to get half of the Wembley maintenance team and IT team to come down, only to realise that we just hadn't pressed a single button, which was literally right on the front of the computer. So at the moment we're kind of reeling back in horror at just how thick we can be. Just for reiteration, we are university students, would you believe it or not, and yet we still didn't know how to turn on a computer by pressing the main switch.
But anyway, enough of that.
Yeah.
So we're back as a 3 this week. Greg's back.
I'm back, hello.
So we're back as a normal setup, so we've all brought something to talk about. So who would like to start with something to talk about?
I'll start, because my topic today is the weirdest things that you have created or the weirdest things that you have eaten.
Oh, okay.
So, for example, this isn't necessarily a weird thing, but it's a stupid thing that I do. When I make a milkshake, I like to just go absolutely mental with whipped cream and just spray that onto the top of it. It is literally just a glass of diabetes. However, the other weird stuff that I do is I will literally put butter on anything, because I've just got this obsession with making things taste nicer. I've got rice, butters on it. I've got couscous, butters on it.
Butter and rice.
Yep. It
Serious?
makes it taste nicer, yeah. My cholesterol hates me, but what can you do?
You started drinking
University life.
On the subject of university life, I think it's last year, before Christmas, first time living on my own, I was like, I'm making some fried bread. I'm having some fried bread. It was like oily toast.
Lovely.
I put so much olive oil in that pan.
Was it actually crispy though? Or was
Yeah,
it
but where you're just constantly chewing.
Yeah, okay. That actually sounds
It's a wonder.
disgusting.
It's a wonder that
Did you even finish it?
no.
I was going to say.
It's a wonder I didn't have a heart attack there and then. But since moving back home, I've become worse.
Yeah, I think
more
I've
creative.
Become, yeah, that's exactly it. I've become so much more creative with what I do.
But I mean creative as in, what can I add to this?
What can I add to this that's potentially going to wreck it?
Nutella, Marmite,
Nutella and noodles.
Oh God.
egg noodles
No,
and
never,
Marmite.
never try that.
Egg
never
noodles.
try it.
I reckon egg noodles and Marmite is good though.
Well, you looked at me strangely when I had cheesy Marmite pasta.
Yeah, but that's because Marmite has just got a ridiculously strong. Well, no, it hasn't. I was going to say it's got a strong smell, but it's one of those things that you love it or you hate it, in my opinion.
I hate it.
But yeah, I'd put the oily, oil-soaked bread as my weird one.
Okay. I'm probably going to have to go with probably just my weird fetish with butter. I will literally put
Not
it in.
eating honey.
I contemplated this morning
jar.
putting honey and butter in my porridge oats, and then just thought,
No.
But no.
Just no.
What? That would make it taste worse.
Why are you
pretty sure.
a thing?
I don't know. I just had this idea that perhaps it would just make a nice little, a light thing to break up the oats and just make it a little bit smoother. But then
Well, you don't have normal porridge anyway. Because normal.
Criticising the porridge.
I'm sorry, right? You don't have porridge. You have oats and milk.
You have oats and milk.
Normal
and
people,
some honey.
Normal people warm it up so it becomes like a semi-solid, like paste type thing.
What's your
Weirdest
topic?
thing I've ever eaten, or
Oh no, sorry. Yes, we're still on that topic.
I don't eat very many weird things. I try a lot of things. Probably just a really, really boring one, like frogs' legs and snails.
See, I quite like
They're
snails.
really nice, though.
Escargot
They're both
is nice. I've never
garlic,
tried frog's legs.
garlic snails.
Yes.
Lovely.
This sounds really bizarre. Do you not feel like when you eat snails, though, you almost get like the taste of what grass smells like?
No,
Okay.
they just
Maybe
taste
that's
garlicky and
I
meaty
can't
and nice.
comment.
You can't comment.
Never eaten snails.
Have you eaten frog's legs?
What's frog's legs?
Tastes like
I can
chicken.
imagine they taste quite nice.
Tastes like chicken.
Does it genuinely taste like chicken, or is that just because?
No, I haven't had them in years, but last time I can remember.
Okay, let's
Tastes like
quickly
chicken.
go around the table and just quickly ask each other, what is the one thing that you would like to try?
I'd like to try.
Yes.
There's this restaurant in central London that does an ostrich egg full English.
Now that sounds awesome.
For 3 to 5 people, it costs £75.
Isn't it if you finish it in
If
a
you
time?
finish it, is it timed?
I would
You
assume it
assume
was
so.
because you could spend like 2 hours there. and
I
finish
think
it.
we should give it a go.
I think we should. Live stream or something.
I think we should, yeah. When you said £75, although this is audible, I can assure you my jaw did kind of hit the floor there. So
Well, it's 3 to 5 people, so it's not.
I suppose when you put it like that and you split the bill, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you're all paying £25.
I mean, let's be honest.
And I pay £25 for an ostrich egg, so.
I would too. I say we do it. I say we go do it.
Okay.
The thing I would like to try is probably not that bizarre if people have already tried them, and I know people do try them. Locusts. Apparently they're supposed to be quite nice. And insects. I suppose growing up watching I'm a Celebrity and stuff like that, everyone's like,
Yes.
"Ugh," but I don't know, there's sometimes the amount of things that I've looked on there and thought, you know what, I'd give that a go. I'd give that a good
That was
watch.
going to be exactly mine as well. Just everything on I'm a Celebrity.
Yeah.
Just try. I just want to try some of the
I'll probably
things that the things that they like gag out. I'm like,
Well, yeah, so
well, I could eat that
the thing. So
easily.
you take a bite out of some testes.
I wouldn't do that, I don't think, actually.
Why not?
I ate everything once.
I
I
feel like
suppose.
that's just a step too far.
I couldn't do the milkshake stuff, which all blended together.
Yeah, I think that would
That
probably
would
make me
just-
heat.
I just want to try it and just see if they're like, putting it on a lot for the TV or just natural reaction to it.
Not true. Well, some of it's live though, isn't it?
Yeah.
I
They
mean,
obviously
Unless
probably
they're told to overreact.
they might get told to
I feel like
overreact.
they must be told to overreact, because if you, that's the way I think I'd always go on. If I was to go on I'm a Celebrity, which I just won't because I'm not a celebrity, but just say in a bizarre world I went on I'm a Celebrity, I think my mentality would be going to Bush Tucker trial and just not scream, because I feel like the more you scream and the more you like show that you're scared, the more the public's going to vote for you.
thing you
because you're
do,
funnier. If you go in it brave, I reckon the public would be like,
The thing you do is tell the people what you're afraid of, what you like.
yeah.
So you tell them,
I'm
I'm really scared of like rats or something, and you don't care about
I'm
them.
absolutely terrified of bikini-clad models. For the love of God, don't put me in one with those.
Right, next topic, seeing as though we're starting to go off track already.
Well, my original topic was going to be the MCU and Marvel films, because I watched it last week,
It's a great
Infinity
film.
War, and it was amazing. But I did want to talk about football and Liverpool making it to the Champions League final
See,
as a little side note.
see, are we talking about the MCU as well then?
Yeah.
Okay, well, just quickly on Liverpool. And we spoke about it yesterday.
I'm amazed.
Jordan Henderson.
Just picture this: Jordan Henderson lifting a Champions League trophy.
See, it makes me...
Alongside Andrew Robertson.
It makes... Andrew Robertson's good, but it's people like Danny Ings.
He played for a relegated
No,
Hull.
see, I disagree. Danny Ings just has been painfully unlucky.
Like 2 ACLs in a row.
But the thought of Jordan Henderson, lifting the Champions League trophy makes my stomach turn.
Yeah, it does, to be honest.
I love it.
It's like a tweet I sent you yesterday, or this morning, that if someone had told me 2 years ago Jordan Henderson would lead Liverpool to a Champions League final, I'd have slapped your mum for having you. It's everyone's reaction to, okay, actually they could do this.
I think what
We'll give Madrid a good run for their money. We definitely will.
I think if Ronaldo's on it, then you might have a bit of a difficult time.
If anyone of that front.
I think the fact we conceded 4 last night was a good thing in retrospect, because we'll actually try and focus on not bottling it and defensive problems.
That's true.
All I'm going to say is
Still-
you could easily see this with just the way that the Champions League's gone, especially with Liverpool. You could just see it easily being like a 4-3 or a 5-4.
It'd be amazing.
I'd
wouldn't
rate
it?
that.
Yeah.
Like
It'd just be, I reckon
13
it'll be a proper classic Champions
Well-
League game that you'll just be watching over and over again.
Well, the semi-final was the most goals in a semi-final.
Like 20
Yeah.
goals, I think it was. In two
The
semi-finals.
two semi-finals, with 13 alone were in Liverpool's.
Is it? I don't know this. Is it the most like high-scoring Champions League? That's
Well,
It has to be up there, I can't
Liverpool's
say.
front three is the top scoring front three. They've got one more goal than Benzema, Ronaldo and Bale
Mm.
from the 13-14 season, so Bale's first season where they won
Against that.
La Decima.
I can't remember who the final was in that. Who was the final in that season? Was it?
Barca.
Oh, it was Barcelona. Okay.
I think so anyway. But yeah, so
Well, that's the side note on football.
but yeah, you know, I wouldn't be wouldn't be a massive shock to me if they did do it.
I could see it happening. I
But
could
they
see
have
it being a
got-
proper 50-50
They
game.
have got 2 Premier League games left before that,
Yeah.
so
Against Chelsea and Brighton.
injuries permitting.
But surely he's got to be focusing on that.
Well, the Chelsea game,
Chelsea game will play full strength.
a full strength team.
And if we've secured top 4, then who gives it?
Who?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Against
Self-editing
Brighton
now, I
away.
like that.
Yeah.
Okay then. Right. Well, as you're about to talk about the
MCU and Marvel
I'm going
films.
to just take a little break away from here because I've not got a clue what you're talking
Well,
about.
it'd be
so-
good to get an outsider's opinion. I think coming from someone who called it Infinity Ward last week.
Oh, God.
Exactly.
I wanted to
I
hit
feel
you
like
for
my
that.
opinion is invalid.
You're not wrong.
Exactly.
So go on.
I mean, it's just how successful it's been since 2008. Like, Infinity War opened with the had the best-selling box office weekend of any film ever made.
Well, I showed you that comparison between
Yeah.
Infinity War and Justice League.
Yeah.
Justice League, up to that point where I showed you the picture, had made just over $670,000 in like 19 weeks, and Infinity War had made
670 million.
that's one 670 million, and Infinity War had made just over 650 million in 3 days.
3 days.
Don't look at me. I've literally got nothing to say on this subject.
Well, no, but can you not
But just the
appreciate?
fact you can see how
I can appreciate it, yeah, but it's just something
How
that
big
I've
the
got no
franchise has
intention
got,
of
like-
seeing.
Well, it's like we're now in that massive stage of films. It's almost like a soft
how
reset.
they reinvent the superhero series genre because it was basically dead.
It was
Before
the
Iron
superhero
Man
films
came out.
before Iron Man,
It was like Fantastic Four
with the exception
and
of
Spider-Man. That was pretty much it.
Amazing Spider-Man and maybe Superman.
No, I disagree. It's the new Superman. Well,
Not the new
one,
ones,
but
the-
like the. Do
the
you know the
old
ones
ones.
that came out 2007? I want to say.
Yeah, is that the one with the guys in the Flash?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty average, if I'm being honest.
I don't know. I've always liked.
But then,
Superman.
like I said, if you go back to that first episode, I'm always a classic fan. So anything original,
Yeah,
I quite
true.
like it. If it's been remade, chances are I'll hate it.
He's Adam West's Batman.
Oh, how camp it was, but how great it was as well.
But yeah,
The fact that MCU has reinvented they've put like the universe. They've made like
what's the fact that
franchises put their things in the
those-
universe.
all those films are now intertwined with each other, and there's going to be another one intertwined in it as well with Captain Marvel.
I can't keep
They've
up
got
with
they've got like more 10 years plus of
But
film ideas.
That's the thing. Like
I don't think it will ever die out.
we're in a
anytime
period
soon.
of almost soft resetting films
Mm.
with with Disney
Yeah.
doing their live action Jungle Book, and they're filming The Lion King,
And there's I think there's Aladdin coming out.
Mary Poppins, and things like
Mary
that.
Poppins, yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if we saw in a few more years a new Iron Man, a new Thor.
No, not in a few
It
more
wouldn't
years.
be the same, but
It'd be
again,
once the MCU is like died out.
could it be after Infinity War?
No.
Or because of the next Black Panther, Guardians of the Galaxy?
Well, there's Spider-Man coming out and there's Guardians of the Galaxy, and we don't know yet other ones.
Your eyes have just glazed over.
No, I just agree with what. I mean, I feel like I might have also dreamt this, but then I haven't watched the trailer back yet. But I feel there's a bit in the new Deadpool trailer where he takes the mickey out of DC and goes, "This is Marvel. This is too dark for us."
Yeah.
Yeah, he calls
This is too dark for Marvel. What?
he calls Cable Thanos as well.
Because the same
The
actor
same actor.
plays it.
I quite like that. I quite like how he's almost.
Deadpool is just
Well, it's the fourth wall
ridiculously
breaks,
clever.
isn't it?
Huh?
It's like the fourth wall breaks, isn't it?
Yeah, I quite like.
It's like
that.
the first one opens with
I will be going to see Deadpool. Definitely.
Deadpool's so clever. Like,
Yeah.
the way
comes
it's
out in
made.
like 15 days.
It couldn't come out quick enough, so I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, definitely. It's one of those superhero movies where, like I said, I
It's
feel
the
like it's just
first.
difficult to try and keep up with all this new DC universe. No,
Marvel Cinematic
Yeah, yeah.
Universe.
So I've just found it a little bit difficult to keep up with it, and perhaps that's probably added to why I haven't really got involved in it as much as I should have done.
Well, just a final thing. I mean, you've got me really into this, Greg.
Yeah.
It's, for me now, it's definitely Marvel films, DC television
I
shows,
think on balance, DC do better
with
TV
the exception
shows.
of the Dark Knight trilogy,
Yeah.
because that's just
That's awesome.
another level and a topic for another time.
Yes, definitely.
So we've
about
got-
that as well.
Just over 5 minutes left.
What is yours?
So mine, it's video games again, because nerd, but it's the Red Dead Redemption 2 trailer came out yesterday.
You can pull your chair in now.
You can join the
Yes.
conversation.
I'm going to rejoin this one. Then.
And I had my mate, who for the last 2 weeks has been, talk about Red Dead, and I had a countdown from him, like, 24 hours, or 20 minutes, and I've bought a first class ticket on the hype train. I'm there.
Yeah, I think I'm with you.
But-
when the trailer came out, the first thing I did was literally just rush onto
Trailer
Twitter.
looks amazing, but
It
the
does.
only downside is it only said Xbox and PS4.
Yeah.
And me and Brandon are both PC gamers, so
Feel
Lol.
free to.
I
shout
do
at
also
us.
own an Xbox One though, so I maybe
Well, that'll teach you for being PC master race.
it's better.
It's not though, is it? Haven't got Red Dead Redemption or God of War, so
I have no intention of getting that game, even if it was
What?
on PC.
I'm
if
okay
I'm
with
being
that.
honest. Yeah.
But anyway,
I
the
could live
topic of
without them.
conversation is games you've been so anticipating, so hyped for, that when they came out, they were just like so amazing,
Like injecting it into your veins
Yeah, like-
directly.
directly into your bloodstream. Because now it's Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah.
And it really weirded me out because the quality that I watched it in on Twitter the first time, I couldn't read the text,
Yeah.
so I didn't know when it was set until I had to read a breakdown,
Yeah.
and
I
it's
think-
set 12 years before the first game,
See, I didn't even clock that John
which is
Marston
why
was
John
in it.
Marston's in it.
Yeah, and when someone pointed out, and then obviously you noticed the two scars, which is predominant in the first game on John Marston's character, I was like, this is going to be good, because you couldn't really take it any further after Red Dead Redemption 1, just because of the fact that it was set right at the very end
Well,
of the cowboy
yeah.
era, with like Blackwater being like the sort of start of the modern world encroaching in on the Wild West. But there's so many things that I hope that Red Dead Redemption 2 sort of carries over from the original one. Like, I love the bounty system. I love the fact that if you was in trouble with the law, you wouldn't just genuinely be chased all the time and then lose them. I hope that they keep the bounty system going, so that you have to like track down other wanted criminals to reduce your bounty level. I hope you can still do jobs like horse breaking and like night watchman and stuff like that. I just feel like that. I love stuff like that in games. Like, it's so small, but it helps with the immersion sometimes, I think. And
See,
with a single player game, it's just crucial.
But I remember the first one had online multiplayer. It was like almost like looking back like a blueprint for GTA Online.
Oh, it definitely was. Definitely.
And we used to play that for so long. I remember
Yeah.
we hacked it in max levels and got zebras.
Did you get the buffaloes? Is it the buffalo?
You can ride on a buffalo,
Yeah.
but we had zebras because they were fastest. But another game that I was so hyped for, and if I don't mention this game once every few days, I'll die, is The Witcher 3. Because I played the second one and I'd read a couple of the books at that point.
Mm.
Wasn't that into it. Third game came out, fanboy.
How long was it that you stayed in your room and played it for?
A weekend, solidly, and then I played it for just that one game and the occasional game on FIFA for about a year.
Jeepers.
So the end of my second year of college, I finally stopped playing it.
I mean, I feel like the game that I was most hyped for in that respect is probably Fallout 4. As much as it was also one of my favourite games at the moment, it's also one of the biggest letdowns. I think they could have brought in so much more stuff and carried over a lot of stuff from the other Fallout games, and also just God, we're going full nerd here. The lore of it as well. I don't like how they've sort of just changed the sort of the lore of the gameplay. The lore of the game, sorry.
No, yeah, I get that. So, Greg?
I mean, I'm really looking forward to playing Far Cry 5. Although I can't afford it just yet.
It is good.
The Avengers project looks amazing. Even though I haven't seen any gameplay or heard anything about it. Can't wait for it.
Does it have a name yet?
It's just called the Avengers project.
Because I know the hashtag's reassembled, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which makes me think it might be like Injustice 2 or Dragon Ball FighterZ.
I don't want it to
There's
be.
a storyline.
I want it to be an open world for
and
the
you
person,
go along
you know.
recruiting fighters along the way as the fights get more difficult.
Skyrim. I wasn't really too hyped for it, but when I got it,
Yeah,
I
that was
played
one
it.
that sort of slipped under the radar.
Because
I
I
got it in a Christmas present, and then all of a sudden just fell in love with it.
Yeah, me too. I didn't play Oblivion, but I heard that was good as well.
I went back and
I got
replayed
Skyrim
that.
for Christmas
That
and
was
just didn't do anything over Christmas apart from play it. Or like the next year at school, didn't do anything.
I mean, I could talk about games all day, but unfortunately, we are just about running out of time now.
Probably should start to wrap up now.
Yes.
So, yeah, that's episode 3. Let us know what you think in the comments or on Twitter, because all our Twitters are in the bio.
And also, if any of you have got a name for this podcast, please get in touch.
A name
Like,
podcast.
Because by by episode 3, we still are yet to have a name for this podcast.
We're like the child that you don't have a name for. It's just
It's
It's been 3 episodes.
You know, it's
Perhaps we
been
should just call ourselves Itcast.
the Itcast. See, I don't know. People, I think if we come up with a name that between now and then,
Yeah.
we'll just call it that.
Yeah.
Unless someone's suggested one on Twitter.
Yeah.
But if that's crap, then I'll let you know in person. So that's episode 3. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you have any questions, let us know on Twitter, and we'll try and answer them next week.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye.